Hey everybody, this is Prowl. Welcome to another Keeping It Simple in Minecraft here with me, the series where we go through and we explain not only how to make things but why they work. And today we are going to go over a simple smelting system or furnace system that you can set up pretty early in your world, probably within the first about 30 minutes if you really were working hard to it, but definitely within the first hour or two. Let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what we got for you guys today. And here we have our beautiful furnace array system. This one has 8. I'll show you guys how you can build it as big or small as you want to. And we're going to show off a few features here that are really going to highlight some fun uses of redstone, just to teach you guys a little bit about some redstone components. What you'll see here is I have an input and I have an input, fuel and the smelter. So let's go over to the fuel. Let's say after our first few mining trips, we got ourselves a lot of coal, we got ourselves a lot of iron and gold that we want to smelt up, and we want to make it easy, right? This thing needs to be automatic. We don't want to have to sit here and manually load and unload and take the stuff out, okay? And we want to be able to do it fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit my button here for the fuel. I'm going to hit my button here for the smelter. As you're going to see, this guy's going to light right up and it's going to evenly distribute everything between these furnaces. No problem at all. You'll see here, they're all dropping in and everything will drop down into these chests right here. So we're going to get an even input and then everything's going to output into these two chests right here. And this little system right here is actually going to keep going until the mine carts are fully unloaded. So that way you don't have to sit there and you don't have to keep loading or sending it off or have it like just literally go forever just with an on-off button, although you could. This way is going to be fully automatic, so we know that when they're back, that means that they're totally empty. You'll see here we have a little system right there where it all goes through and hooks up. You'll see the mine carts are going over top of the hoppers back here, just like so. And you got a little detector rail down there that's kind of powering the whole thing. So again, we'll kind of go over how all of that works. Let's go ahead and let's jump into a blank world and start taking a look. And before we do jump into the blank world, make sure if you like my videos here on the Keep It Simple series, click that like button and click the subscribe button. Odds are like 60 to 70% of you guys that watch this video are not subscribed to the channel. This is a new series for me. There's gonna be a ton of videos for this coming up. I do have more complex tutorials on the channel as well, and a survival multiplayer series. So lots of good things going on here all the time. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. That way you guys can see every time I have a video come out. Okay guys, we should have everything we need here to get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a small system. Then I'm going to show you how to build a pretty big one that's a little bit more, I guess not complicated, but has a little bit more to it than just these 4 furnaces. So what we're going to do is place down a temporary block right here. And we're going to get our furnaces down first. 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to do 4 just like that. And we're going to have these go into some chests. So we'll put a couple chests right here. Or if you want to, you can just do 2 chests right here like this. And you're going to want to grab some hoppers and face the hoppers into the back of the chest and face the other hoppers into those hoppers. Make sure you're ducking to do that. You see I got the arrows here on my texture pack here. This hopper's pointing this way. That hopper's pointing to the back of the chest. And then we are also going to need to face hoppers into the back of the furnace. The ones that go into the back of the furnace are going to be for fuel. So that's going to be our line for, say, the coal. The ones on the top of the furnace, you see these guys are facing downwards. That's why on my texture pack it's green. Those guys are going to be the thing that we are smelting. Okay, now we're going to do the rails, and just to make things simple for you guys for this thing, I'm not going to try to compact it to be really small. That's all going to depend on your world and your setup, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do our fuel input rails right here. So we're going to put a block up here. We're going to put powered rail, powered rail, powered rail, powered rail, okay? We're going to go regular rail, regular rail, regular rail, just to get this cart down. And then we need to come over one more. That way this can turn, right? Because if you don't, you put it right here. See how it messes up the track. So you got to go down, whoops, and then you curve over. Now right here, we're going to put a detector rail. Nope, we need to skip a space. Regular rail, detector rail. Because watch what happens if you put a detector rail right here. And I put anything really on it. Okay, it's not switching it. Sometimes what it'll do is it'll take a track. Like let's say I have another one right here. See how it switches it? If you don't have any other tracks around, it's fine though. Then we're going to put a little space right there, and we're going to put a powered rail, and then we will put a block that we will, I guess, power here in just a moment. Or we can do, we'll put a button there in a second. Same thing on this side. We're going to do a block right there, and we're going to do powered rail, powered rail, powered rail. Actually, let's go in this direction. Sometimes what you're going to find is these guys are going to want to connect up like that. So we're going to do things in a certain way. So we're going to put a block right here, and then we are going to come over this way and we'll just make it even with that, like this, I guess. So we're going to go powered rail, regular rail, detector rail, 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 and then let's go powered rail, powered rail, powered rail, powered rail, powered rail, like this. We'll put a redstone block there. So that redstone block is giving power to these rails and these rails at the same time. And then we want to make sure that this guy, the cart, can make it up here. So we'll probably replace those two with powered rails. And then same thing here. We'll probably bring power rails all the way down because we want to make sure that the cart can easily make it up and down. Now, let's explain how these guys right here, a detector rail, works. Okay. So the powered rails are pretty simple. It powers your minecart, right? So if I put a minecart on there and I push it, it goes. And then whenever you have a solid block at the end, you'll see it just kind of bounces off. Right? Nice and simple. Now what this guy is a detector rail. What a detector rail does is it detects when like a minecart goes on it, and it also detects the items that are inside of the minecart. So what I can do is I'm going to grab a comparator, a repeater, and where's my redstone dust? And some redstone dust. So if I put a comparator right here, let me just get a handful of blocks, iron. I'm gonna put this minecart chest right here, and you'll see the sheep's gonna mess it up. The sheep's gonna mess it up. You'll see if I put this in here, you see this is lit up. It's getting a signal from that. Now, depending on how much stuff in there is going to depend on how large your signal is. Now, that's not going to matter for us, but just so you guys can actually see how it works, you see, as I put more things in there, that signal strength grows. So you could do different things with that if you wanted to. Again, we're not worried about that for right now. Did he really? All right, here's another lesson. Kill at E. It killed him. He's gone. Now, we're not going to worry about how many items we're putting in here and all of that today. This comparator can also read things through a block. So I could put a block right here and put a comparator there, and it's still going to read what's in that chest. So what we're going to do with this, actually, you see we're reading that signal. We're going to put another block right here. We're going to put a piece of redstone dust. Actually, not going to do that. We're going to put a redstone repeater right there. The repeater is going to take this signal and it's going to give it maximum strength. It'll go all the way down to 15 lines of redstone. We're going to bring it over like this and bring it in, put a block right here. And now you see this guy right there has power. Now, if we just leave it like that, and this guy is, let's simulate this a little bit better. Let's put this in here. We just shoot this guy down. You see, it got stuck. It didn't do what it's supposed to do. That's because our timings are too slow. These repeaters have what's called a delay. If you leave it at the default position, that's only a 1 tick delay, meaning that it's going to send a signal almost right away. And this is going to turn on and off before the cart gets to it. So we're going to go ahead and put it on 4. Put this back here. Now watch and see what we get. See? Bounced back because of those timings. Perfect. Same thing over here. We just put a block. We can put a repeater or a comparator. We can put a block. We can put a piece of redstone dust. We could do a repeater. Oops. No. This, and this. And then last but not least, we take our button, which gives a short pulse of a redstone signal. Take this guy right here. Put one there. Put one there. And watch. So we're going to take our mine carts. We're going to put them down. This is exactly what you guys saw earlier. Let's get some fuel. Let's get something to smelt. And then this top row is our smelting side. So let's put our cobblestone in there just like this. Let's put our coal in this one just like this. Bam, bam. As you can see, That one didn't take off because I didn't do my timings. I didn't do what I told you guys to do. There we go. And it'll just keep going until it's completely unloaded everything. It'll take it a little while, but you'll see here that if see if I can get a hold of this guy. There. Now watch. Now that it's empty, it stops. Perfect. So that explains exactly how the comparator, the repeater, and the detector rail and the powered rails work in this type of order. You can do this easier too though. So let me get that situated. Hold on just a moment. And here's a more compact way with a little bit less redstone to do. Not that the other way is hard, but as you can see, it's just powered rails, and then a switch at the end. So what I can do, I can load up my things to be smelted here. I can load up my fuel here, flick the switch on, flick the switch on. I probably need to power those rails. Don't forget to power the rails. There we go. Give those guys a little bit of a nudge. And there they go. They basically will just continually go back and forth nonstop until you decide to turn it off. Just like that. It'll evenly fill those guys. So you don't have to worry about uneven, fuel in the smeltables being uneven. And it'll go through and it'll drop all of your stuff down there in that chest, just like we saw in the other system right there. Now let's show one last thing on making the original system, or this system, you can do it either way, a little bit larger. And finally, here we go with the much larger system. This one has 24 furnaces. Again, you could take it up larger than this if you wanted to, but we got 24 furnaces here. I don't have, I keep forgetting things, don't I? I don't have a minecart chest on me. So let me go ahead and just throw that in real quick. The minecart chest here, minecart chest there. And again, this is the one where we're putting all of our stuff we're going to smelt, so we can fill this guy up with all the sand, because we need a lot of glass for some reason, right? Building a base or whatever. So we need sand in that guy right there. I throw our fuel in this right here. Some kelp blocks will work perfect. Turn it on. And as you can see, there it goes. Everything is getting filled up. And again, it will evenly distribute everything. As you can see, right now we got 2, 3, etc. Now we got 2 fuel sources, and then all of our hoppers are facing this way, and they're all running a big chain right here. As you can see, we got our glass is already pouring in. So if you guys need to smelt a whole lot of things, you want to do it pretty simply without building a big fancy system with a lot of redstone and all sorts of stuff, this is the way to do it. Again, just like we did over there, or like we did in the original concept, you can use those detector rails to have the system automatically launch off, and so forth is fine as well. Whatever works best for you guys. But yeah, all you got to do is sit here and wait, and you guys can smelt a lot of stuff really quick. So that is going to be it for this keeping it simple tutorial. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. I hope you can add this into your world. Let me know down in the comment section below if you use this, especially at the start of a new world. Let me know how long it took you to get this set up. Also, let me know how big of one you set up. Did you use the detector rails? Did you even know what detector rails were? Drop me some comments down below. Also, let me know things that you would like to see in this series as we go through and progress, showing you how everything works. I hope this has been fun for you guys. It's been fun for me. Make sure you click that notification button. That way you see when the next episode comes out. See you guys later. Goodbye.